Hey YouTube, Joe's Two Car Garage. Working on the 99 Pontiac LSX swap. Since the last time I made a video, I've picked a color. I know I had the blue aluminum Pontiac color on the block, and I thought we were going to go with that, but I got the block over by the car, and that silver and the silver of the car just didn't work together, so I didn't like it. So I went ahead and picked this color. Painted all the external parts. This is a water pump. This is the truck spacing water pump, like I said before. That's what we're using on this. Using the truck spacing on everything. I actually mocked it up, and there isn't a problem. Everything clears, but I need to change. That is where the outflow from the water pump on a truck comes out, but it gets in the way of the LS throttle body, the throttle of the throttle body. So I have to change it to this location. So I'm going to tap this. I believe it's 1.25 inches and national pipe thread and NPT, and then I'm going to open this up and tap that, and I'm going to make either an aluminum or an iron spout for this to change the location. I have to look inside here. I have to look at an LS one and see how this inside is shaped. I'll have to rework a little bit of that to get the flow that I need, but that's what the plan is there. Anyway, the block has been washed. I scrubbed the block down. Purple cleaner and some Dawn dishwashing liquid in a couple of 5-gallon buckets. Super hot water, scrubbed it, rinsed it, scrubbed it again, rinsed it, and then WD-40'd it, blew it off with my air gun, and made sure it wasn't rusting. Crankshaft is still in the bag. Maybe I'll show you guys that someday, but that's also, I just finished washing that down and WD-40ing that and blew it dry, so it's rebagged to keep it clean. This morning I got up and did the rings, checked the ring end gaps. The top ring factory brand new were 16 to 18 thousandths, which is right on. So the second ring was about the same, but from what I've been reading, recommended is to open the second ring gap up a couple of thousandths to make it just slightly larger than the upper, so that it will relieve the pressure between the rings at higher RPMs to keep the upper ring from fluttering, which will break the seal on the cylinder and cause it to lose compression at higher RPMs. So we went ahead and put that theory into practice, and I opened the bottom ring, the second ring, pardon me, up to 18 to 20 thousandths. And I know that I've said in the past that perhaps next year or the year after, I'm not really sure, depending on when I get this car on the road, I want to drive it naturally aspirated for a while, and then there's a possibility of going turbo with it. So at that time, I'll have to pull the heads off of it and open the ring gaps up anyway. So we'll see where they're at then. If I even need to bother with it by the time they break in and everything, I may have, the exact ring gaps that I need at that time. So we'll see what happens. Next thing on the agenda is put the crank in and plastic gauge the main bearings and check the clearances and make sure that I have the clearances that I want. And from there, we're going to start putting pistons in. That's about it. A couple little side projects, the water pump I want to do here and there. And went to the junkyard the other day. Got my steering shaft for an LS car. I got a set of visors, mostly for the hardware. I have a set of gray ones that are really nasty. that I think I'm going to try and pull apart first. I'm going to have to make my own because you just can't find these anymore. And plus, I'm going to recover the new ones in the same material to match the headliner, which is a charcoal fleece to match the seats and the rest of the gray interior that I have. So that's where we're at today. I have no idea what the date is. I do know it's Saturday, and I got to work afternoons today, so I got to get on out of here. Y'all be good. Wrench on something.